Good afternoon, everybody, and I welcome you all to the 13th session of Talksopedia. And before I get into the details, I would request everyone to put yourself on mute. And if you want, you can keep your videos on, but to avoid the connectivity issues, I would request everyone to keep the videos off for the time being. Now, Talksopedia, as you all might be aware by now, is an online website series wherein I invite speakers wherein you can learn something from these speakers and apply it in your daily life. Before I get into introducing our guest speaker, you can keep a notebook and pen with you so that you can take down the important points from the session. Now, it's time to introduce our guest speaker. And who is our guest speaker? Before that, let me tell you that tomorrow is Teachers' Day. We celebrate Teachers' Day in India on 5th of September. And I thought that why not a teacher this time to conduct the session of. And I searched it on Google and various social media platforms to find the right teacher to conduct this session for all of us. And that is how I came across the Facebook page Humans of Bombay. And there I came across this article about this gentleman who is a teacher and mentor for so many students in India. And the specialty is during these challenging times, he conducts online classes absolutely free of cost. He doesn't charge a penny. Speaker to all of you. He is a TEDx speaker. And as I said, he's a teacher and mentor to many of the students all over India. He is the founder of a non-profit organization named Knowledge Capsules. And during daytime, he says that he is an active stock market trader. So please help me welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Rajiv Poddar from Calcutta. Sir, let me put you in spotlight. Yes, and the screen is yours now.
It is an honor that you have invited me. You searched for me. My family was in awe that someone from Qatar was searching and getting connected. That is the dedication of Madam Nisha. She has been relentlessly talking. She called me. I wasn't able to pick the phone. She texted me on Messenger. That itself shows the dedication with which she is going about her work. It's a great achievement to connect to the world in such a way from sitting from a small place called Qatar. That's very great. I'm very humbled, very honored to have been invited to address all of you. And I really thank Madam Nisha for giving me this opportunity. As she has given a brief description about myself, I have to say over here that my name is Rajiv Poddar. And as she mentioned in the post and the poster and the video, I've been in quarantine for the last 40 years. It is hard to believe. We have understood, I started to understand the meaning of quarantine only in the month of March. We all came to know about it. I started to pronounce it properly, quarantine. That was the only thing. There was a joke going on. Right now we are understanding how to pronounce quarantine, and then came the hydroxychloroquine, whatever it was. So the quarantine meaning and the pronunciation we came to know in March of this year. But I have been in the lockdown and quarantine for the last 40 plus years. 1980, that was 1980, 2020 days, January 1980, when I was of age 5, then I fell ill. It is, as they say, it's all destiny. We can't crib over destiny. So I was born a normal child, 1971, and I was having a normal childhood. We were a low middle class family. We were a father, mother, one elder brother, one younger brother, and one youngest sister. So we were a family of 6, and we were having a normal life and doing about it. One day in 1980, January, I don't remember, 27th or 28th January, 1980, I came back from school, was having a normal day, and I then slept. Around 1 o'clock, I had such a severe stomach pain. My mom said, "What happened?" I said, "There's something wrong." My mom thought maybe I'm a kid, maybe I had taken some food poisoning, some stuff, and had some food poisoning. So mom gave me some home medicine, water, and some small stomach liquid, and I was slept. By morning, my pain was gone. I had fever. My mom thought that maybe it was because of the pain I am having. She made me sleep in a room. After almost 40 hours, we realized, I told my mom, it seems like I don't have my legs. We never realized that I never even went to a washroom. I was taken to the hospital. There I was doing a lot of research. And then the doctor said, you have lost the power of your entire body below your shoulders. Except for my head and my hand, nothing else in the body worked that day. And from my head and my legs, head and my hand, nothing else worked. The entire body had gone paralysis. Doctors were shocked. Why could a paralysis happen for something as out of stomach ache? So 1980, we ran from pillar to post. Every doctor we could lay our hands on, every sort of allopathic, naturopathic, every time of medicine we tried, but nothing happened. And I was rushed to a very soft corner for South India, Vellore. Vellore, there is a hospital called Christian Medical College, CMC. I was rushed there in 1980 because the best doctors were available at that time, CMC, Chennai ke paas mein Vellore. I was rushed to there. There I spent 2, 3, 4 months in their rehabilitation center called Bagayam. Bagayam was a small village near Vellore, and I spent a lot of time over there, 3, 4 months. They tried to recover a little bit of my sensation and power, but nothing happened. And then they said, you have a wheelchair life, and now you have to live with it. That 1980 and now 2020, 40 years, and I'm still the same. You won't say same. The body has deteriorated, decayed, damaged, and is going on. I lost a kidney on its way. I have only one kidney. I am having a lot of heart problem, lungs problem, shoulder problem. A lot of problems are there. You can imagine nowadays kids are getting so edgy about they are not able to go out. That is a depression and this and that. I said the easiest thing for me in 1980s was to do what has become a fashion nowadays. That is become going to a state of depression. I deal with kids, I deal with youth, and all of a sudden, for some reason or the other, everyone is in a depression for some other reason. I said, what is depression? Life itself is a celebration, so enjoy it. It might sound easy. It might sound that, oh God, I'm talking through my hat, but my life is based on that. And that is why I know what I am. That 1980s and 2020 and 40 years have been locked down. That is why I tell my students, what is 3, 4 months that you are in quarantine? Maybe they will extend to 2 or more months. Don't worry. If you are surviving, if you have the willpower to survive, then nothing will take it away, and you will be able to take a shot at the silver lining. For that, you need to be strong. It's easier said than done, but a smooth seas never made a good sailor. In that same way, if it isn't easy, then it's not worth it, and if it's worth it, it's not going to be easy. Life at that time in India, in that time, no TV, no internet, no computer, no phone, was matlab, if I say it is a it was very disappointing, very damaging, very uh, demoralizing, then it will be an understatement. And that is how I survived not one day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 1 decade, 44 decades, 40 years I've been on this bed. And I hardly move out of my house because it is not practically possible. In a year or so, I either go to a hospital visits for my regular checkup, or either I go for a couple of speeches to some colleges if they insist a lot. People call me a lot, but it is not practically possible for me to go out that easily. And then I joke with them. I not only act pricey, but I am pricey. I will not go. 30 years was the last time I went out of Calcutta, basically. So for me, what is a movie hall? I went to few movies in 2010. After 30 years, for the first time in my life, in 2010, I went to a movie. That too, my nephew grew up and he said, I will take you. Otherwise, what is a mall? What is a movie hall? What is a vacation? What is entire thing? I have no idea. What is celebration? What is masti? That is, I have no idea. But I had only one thing. I had to survive, and only then I will be able to shake a shot at this time. It was terrible and tough to say the least. Now, how I became a teacher. Now, as she introduced me, I have been teaching people for the last 25, 20, 30 years. 30 years I've been teaching free of cost, absolutely free of cost. I don't charge a single paisa from any of them. I've taught thousands, if not lakhs. Every year I teach. If you ask anyone in Calcutta, with all due humility and modesty, I say, they must have heard about me, the youth of Calcutta, regarding economics. It's all their blessings, what I have done, and how I became a teacher. You see, that's what I say. Given God closes all the doors and window for you now, He leaves a small opening there. You have to survive to see that silver lining, that small hole. For me, this room is my cage. For this, I have been there in this here for so many decades. Earlier, I used to live in a place. It was on the fourth floor, backside, hardly any visibility, no veranda, nothing. I used to just sit and watch. I did a PhD. I did a PhD in eagles and lizards. You won't believe it. I had nothing to do. Wake up, stare at the ceiling, stare at the fans, and pass the time. Day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. That was a routine. I knew at what times the lizards will come from behind the cupboard. I knew at what time the eagles will take their flight. I knew at what time they will come down. That's what I used to do the whole day. I did nothing but sit and sit and sit and sit. But somehow, at that time, something came about. I didn't knew that it will become such a big thing, but that is how it grew up. What happened? In 1982, there was a newspaper launched in Calcutta. Its name was The Telegraph, one of the most famous papers of newspaper. The Telegraph became the Telegraph became my best friend. The newspaper, only a newspaper. There was a newspaper, The Statesman, the Telegraph. It became my best friend. I started to read newspapers from first word, of first page, first para, first word to last page, last para, last word. I used to read and read it because that is the only way I used to can kill the time. There was no way out. Nothing. No internet. No Amazon. No Netflix. Nothing. No YouTube. Nothing. Whole day sitting and reading that, and that showed me the world, the politics, the religion, the culture, the geography, the history, the sports. You name it. I came to know about everything. I read and read. Then I started to lay out my hands on books, novels, you name it. I read it all. All means all, because was the only thing. That was a Shakespeare everything, Charles Dickens everything, Robert Louis Stevenson everything, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew, you name it. Sherlock Holmes and Alfred Hitchcock, any Blightons, you name it. I read it all, and that was it. I didn't knew at that time the readings which I did that time will be able to help me now. Easily, that is why I say always, whatever you do with shiddat, passions, do it with passion. When and where you might need it, you never know. Those reading the newspapers and the books and novels made me come to know English. That is why I'm able to speak. Imagine everyone goes to school, colleges, teachers, and so many professors, and then they come educated. I have a formal education till class 2. I never went to school to study. Never after class 2. That was the last time. 1980 was the last time I ever went to a classroom to study. And I am a teacher who teaches standard 11, 12, that is higher secondary students, accounts and economics, 500, more than 500 students per year. And I've been teaching for so many online, offline. That is the beauty of it. That when the God closes all the door, He leaves some opening for you. For that, you need to take a shot. How I became a teacher? That's a very, even I can't comprehend it right now that I became a teacher. Imagine if you want to become a doctor, you need an MBBS degree. You become a lawyer, you need a BLLB degree. If you want to become a teacher, at least you need a graduation degree. I have formal education till class 2, and still I am a teacher. How? That is a story by itself. That in 1991-92, at the age of 21, 22, when all of you, when your academic age studies, life gets over, because academically you're almost 21, 22, 23, everything is completed. At that time, my academics started. How? I'm telling you. It might stage look strange, but as they say, facts are stranger than fiction. One of my students, one of my neighbor's teacher had a heart attack. One of my neighbor's teacher had a heart attack. They had a next day class test. In 92, 93, that girl came to me and asked me few maths question of class 4 and 5. Some LCM, HCF, simple one. I told her that I was 21, 22. She came, sir, and said, ki, brother, can you teach me this? I taught her something like this. Then she came next day again for something. I taught her that. That became a routine. Every day, few people came from their neighborhood and they wanted to learn something. I didn't knew anything, but I was 21, 22. Then I did what? I had no TV, no computer, nothing. So I did what? I got the books in the afternoon, in the morning, read it, and then explained to them. It is hard to imagine. That is how I did my studies. I taught, I learned. I taught, I learned. I taught, I learned. The more I taught, the more I learned. The more I taught, the more I learned. It is unimaginable. Teaching those neighbors, class 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I taught them and I learned myself. History, geography, bio, English, you can name it, physics, chemistry, bio, history, geography, civics, everything I did by teaching them. No education. I got their books, I learned in the morning, afternoon, and I taught them. And that is how I became a teacher. Word of mouth spread far and wide that he's a good teacher. He explains in a lucid, simple language with the teachers, other teachers room. And you won't believe. By the time the class 5, 6, 7, 8, there was a pandemonium outside my gate. I am, again, with all due humility and modesty, I am saying, I'm not lying at all, not neither exaggerating. I started to teach from 10 o'clock in the morning till 9 in the evening. Every day, there was a batches after batches, batches after batches, batches after batches. There were a whole range of batches. And they came and they learned, they came and they learned. And it was such an atmosphere because I didn't charge money, I didn't have any role for them. It was all because of them. I kept on teaching and they found something good about me, I guess. I had no mentor. Since I didn't go to a college, didn't I go to a school? I had no teacher, no mentor. One of my students asked me, sir, you teach such good economics. With all the humility, I say they say that I teach good economics. That is why they must be coming. They said that you teach such good economics. Who is your teacher? Then that was a very puzzling question. She asked me, who is your teacher? I said, no one is my teacher. No one taught me. I don't know. Nobody is my teacher. Then that student said, sir, you are becoming mean. You are being selfish. You are not even ready to give the credit to who has taught you this economics in such a way. It is so different from the others. I said, who is my teacher? I was very shocked. I have to answer. I thought about it. Then I realized, who is my teacher? I realize my students are my teacher. It might look cliche dialogue. It might seem that I'm talking through my hat or I'm trying to be blabbering or boosting. But the students are my teacher. I had no education. If I had an education from some good teachers, I would have learned his tricks and I would create, would have copied his taste and that would have been copied. But no, I had no teacher. What used to happen? I used to explain, suppose demand supply to student. A student said, no, sir, I didn't get it. I used to explain it again in a different way. Then that student used to say, no, sir, I don't get it. I again used to invent a new technique and then I used to teach. Then say, yes, sir, I got it. That is how I do. The more I taught, the more I learned, the more I taught, the more I learned. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students with a trickle which started became a downpour. And it was very short time that people in the entire city of Calcutta came to know. And then it spread far and wide. People called me Stephen Hawkins of India. Some person said, Stephen Hawkins also became ill. Again, with all due modesty and humble humility, I'm saying it is just to prove that nothing is impossible. People said Stephen Hawkins got ill when he was in college. If you know about his story, he got after almost he's completed his education, then he got ill. My formal education is still class 2. If I can become a teacher, then sky is the limit for all of you. The youth, it might soon sound like cliche dialogue, it might sound like but I am a living example that nothing is impossible. With a class 2 education, I teach so many. The kind of problems I have. Can you imagine if you are in bed for 2, 3, 4 days because of illness, because of fever or something, you become edgy, irritated. You want to go out, oh God, when will this over? I will want to go out, I want to go out. I have been on 40 years. I have so many problems. Insects, ants come and eat my legs. I don't even know. Whole night they have a feast. They have a feast on my legs. By the time I get up in the morning, they have taken away the flesh, eaten everything. Then because I have no sensation. I eat them. Then some, if the fat, suppose all of a sudden there is a there's a lot of cold. Achanak with the weather has gone cold. Then who will switch off the fan? My family is so supportive, I can't tell you. Rock of Gibraltar can move, but my family can't move. But they have also limitation. They also have to go out and they have to also, but one thing is sure, they were the there are a lot of problems. Water, empty water, ho gaya. People are going out, I have to stay at home. And we don't do melodrama at home. We have accepted this is a fact and we have to live with it. And that is how we started on this. That is why I'm telling you, nothing is impossible. People say you have done a lot for students. I say what I have done for my students is immaterial. It's not even 0.001% of what they have done for me. There's a Hindi dialogue which I have created. ना दिल बड़ा है ना पैसे बड़े बट स्टूडेंट लोग का एहसान बहुत बड़ा है. Neither have a big heart, neither I have too much of money, but students have given me their favor to me so much that I keep on doing it for them. I'll never be able to repay them. I have been nominated from Padma Shri, one of the big awards. I didn't get it, but I've been awarded. And if I started a non, this is everything is free. Now in the pandemic, that is why normally you might think that 40 years we never heard about him. If it is such an inspiring story, why wasn't it came out? Never it was published in a newspaper. If you Google about it, then you will find all the articles are related to. Because I always used to keep a low limelight. You won't believe, I never get myself photographed, not even one. But it is few functions that I have to attend it. That is why I had to give the photographs. Otherwise, there will be hardly any selfies in my room or in my house with me because I never allow it to be done. And then people come up and say, sir, you need to do. Then last 5 months, I changed the entire scene. I have come out on the open. That is why Humans of Bombay happened. That is why Better India opened. That is why Nisha Ma'am has happened. Because I think that more than ever, now the students need it to show them if I can survive 40 years in this bed in a quarantine lockdown mode, then what is 4 5 months? Yeah, let it be. God is testing our patience. It's just a matter of time. But when it will get over, then we will shall be same again. So that is why what stands out. Why? The only 10 days ago, I went live with our India's ex-Reserve Bank governor, the Central Bank of the India governor, Raghuram Rajan. I went live with him in Chicago. You can see me, I will show you my, if you go to my Instagram page, Knowledge Capsule, you will find it over there along with me. So I went live with them. Not now, you see, I went live with them. Why Raghuram Rajan? Why? Not because not because I'm very educated, I'm qualified, but there was someone who thought that I'm knowledgeable enough. So it's not that I, as a teacher, or I'm physically handicapped as a teacher, that was the reason why I went. I went because people thought that I had knowledge. And that is why I say knowledge is supreme. I'll just quote a Hindi quotation. I know many of you will not be able to understand. I'll translate it, but it's a very famous Hindi quotation. ज्ञान के मंच पर सब एक समान है, विधि का विधान पलट दे ब्रह्मास ज्ञान है, तो आज से टाल ले गांठ बांध ले कि कर्म के कुरुक्षेत्र में रूप का बात है, ना झूठ का बात है, ना जाति का बात है, ना बाप का बात है, सिर्फ ज्ञान ही आपको आपका हक दिलाता है. In simple English, what it means, ultimate power is gyan. Gyan means knowledge. Whatever might be the execution, knowledge can make you win everything. It is the ultimate source of knowledge. And I went with Raghuram Rajan, I went with too many people only because they thought that I'm knowledgeable enough to condemn. With no formal education, talking to the Reserve Bank Governor of India, Reserve Bank. That is an achievement because of knowledge. So what I found that then later on I realized he education degree marks to anyway everyone now is getting. But I found big thing lacking was knowledge. I thought knowledge is lacking. I thought that what is happening? I'm asking novel questions. People know that this is the book. They will give the book, read the book and give the exam. But knowledge is everyday created, current affairs, general awareness. People are not aware of it, students especially. Everyone has a phone, but everyone is doing what? Switching between all those Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, that's the thing. Then I realized there's something wrong with this. So I started an organization called Knowledge Capsule. If we go to a doctor, doctor says vitamin A is deficient, vitamin A ka capsule do. Vitamin B is deficient, vitamin A. So vitamin A, B, C, if there's a deficiency, the doctor gives them a capsule. In that same way, I thought knowledge is deficient in youth of current. So that is why I started Knowledge Capsules. That is a small organization I've created, totally free of cost, where I upload Instagram pay, YouTube pay, upload videos and short clips and newspaper cuttings so as to educate students. You at least learn this. I try to make it in a storytelling, simple language as much as possible so that student will be able to understand. That is how the life. Now, because of this pandemic, this is because of this lockdown. Now online classes are going on. Now I have started with a vision called Super 30. You must have seen a movie called Super 30. If you don't know that, Super 30 is about a person who taught 30 students Super 30 and made them come good in academics. Now I am trying to create a larger Super 30 with many, many, many more zero, 30, 300, 3,000, 30,000, 3 lakh, as many as I can connect through the technology so that I can teach economics free of cost to all over India. If you have any contacts where I can teach, I am most ready to come teach online Zoom. Now, again, with the due humility, as I say, if you keep doing work, then people will recognize you. Unacademy, one of our India's one of the biggest, you might have heard Unacademy e-learning platform like Baiju, Vedantu, Unacademy. Unacademy invited me, so please come and teach us on our platform. They were paying me hefty sum of money, but as I said, it is not for money that I am doing it. I said I will charge only 1 rupees as a token money, and that is the only charges that I want to take. I'll not take. I'll teach. My students should not be charged, and I will not also charge. Give me 1 rupee as a token money for that to teach. Then they settled for rupees 100 as a token money for that. They didn't want to pay 1 rupee. I have started to teach that. So ultimate aim, this is only that if you are having the willpower, then you can take a Dashura. It might take patience. It took me a long time. It took me 40 years to miss for Madam Nisha to find me out. So it's not going to be easy. It took me 40 years to be nominated for Padma Shri. It took me 40 years for me to be coming in contact with Raghuram Rajan, having a direct conversation with. It takes a lot of time. Only then. You see, it's a patience game. Patience is a virtue. So have patience and trust in God. It will come out good. People find, oh God, one superstar committed suicide. And people are finding, oh God, one actress said she was suffering, she used to suffer from depression. And then people go about, oh God, depression is such a big thing. Then youth start to connect. I said, what are you people talking? For once bad example, you need to see Dhoni, you need to see Usain Bolt, you need to see Ronaldo, you need to see Kambli, Virat Kohli. People said, oh sir, what are you talking? I said, Virat Kohli, the run machine. People asked, Sir, Virat Kohli, you haven't taken butter chicken for 3 years. He said, I haven't taken butter chicken for 5 years. Just imagine. He says that I'm keeping so much control over myself. That is why. Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt said, I'm the fastest runner, and you see only the 10 seconds that I on the track and field. But you don't see the 10 years. For the 10 seconds, I have to train 10 years behind in the gym, in the auditorium, in the gym and the training sessions. That you also have to see. He says 10 seconds is only you see, but 10 years you don't see. Somewhere I read the famous footballer Ronaldo. His teammate says, don't go to Ronaldo for when he calls you for lunch or dinner because he will eat grass, he will eat only them healthy green grass and this and all, and it will make you also suffer. That is how people are developing. So I tell my student, dedication, devotion, and determination. It might again sound in dialogue, but that is the only way it is. There is no shortcut to success. People come and ask me, sir, we have family problem, we have financial problem, we have health problem, we have some, there are thousands of varieties of problem. I say, I don't have a solution. I don't have a Harry Potter magic wand that I will circle and everything will go. No, the solution lies with you, with the person itself. And the solution is stay strong, survive, and only then you will be able to. There's no point in crying over spilt milk. If I had cried over what I don't have, except for this hand and this head, nothing else worked. If I had cried 20, 40 years ago, or in spilt milk, then my life would have been shattered long time back. I would have been dead meat. My family would have suffered. Nothing would have happened. But it is only because I survived that I am doing it. So do not cry. Do not cry what you don't have. Always. Sometimes I have asked myself a question. What? What? Why me? Why can't I play? Why never saw the bright side of the life? Why I'm not able to go out? Why can't I do masti, go to movies, marriages, functions, masti, car drive, nothing? Why can't I do it? That's the thing. If the God has stopped you not doing it, you can't help it. Whatever you have, you have to make the most of it. You see, now life is very tough, and it's becoming tougher with the day because age is catching up. Now health is deteriorating a lot, but you can't keep on saying that, oh God, this is not this, not that. You need to have the survival power. I am again telling you, I came out in the limelight nowadays in the last 4 5 months just to make sure that even if one person is able to hear my voice and change his life or able to know, then that is settled. I start this knowledge capsule. You won't believe. I tell people, you are watching Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, everything. Whole day, whole night, you people are watching it. I said, knowledge is supreme. I know. No one knows it better than me. That I can address anyone. I can talk upon any topic. I do everything. You won't believe. I will just show you. I've got 5 TVs in my room. There's one TV on the ceiling, one TV over here, one computer over here, one is over here, and another one is over here. I've got 5 TV in my room, all situated in and around. The only thing I do is read and watch news. I don't watch any news, uh, these serial videos. Hardly watch. I do watch a few because that is the only way I can connect to the youth. Otherwise, I will not be able to understand what they are trying to show. The memes I will not be able to know. But the only thing is I always say, knowledge is supreme. As coming from me, you should have an example. When I have come all the way till here, it is so. You people have education degree marks. If you get a knowledge, I don't have education degree marks. I only have knowledge. If you have education degree marks, along with that you have knowledge, you have ability to kill it. I say, do not, do not ever, do not ever underestimate the power of two things. E and F. Do not ever underestimate the power of two things. E and F. E. E stands for education. Ultimate cheese, that is. If I had not studied because of that few neighbors, what would I be doing? Sitting at home, watching. I would have been dead long time back. It doesn't, if I had not done education now, my family would have taken care of me. They would have been very supportive. They would have taken. But because of the education, now I am what I am. I tell my student, ki, whether you're filthy rich, poor, whatever background, but do study. It's not that you have to come top on everything, but you have to do more than what you can achieve. More, give your 100, more than 100%. Only then it will be the best. And E, you cannot, because of education, what I am today. And the second thing which you can't ever underestimate, that is your F. F is the family. We all know we always are fighting and shouting and screaming at each other in a family. That has happened so easily that they keep on cribbing, crying, and all these things, and it goes on and on until life. But you see, unconditional love, unparalleled love, they are the people who will be there. No sir, no neighbor, no boyfriend, girlfriend, no friends, no teacher will be there. Only your family will be there. Howsoever crib and cry and lie, jhagda, keep on fighting, but do not ever underestimate the power of ENF. Education and family, I'm telling you, we don't go and shout and scream at strangers going on the streets. Na? We shout with our own people. Na? So that is how it might sound easy, but I have gone through it, and that is why I keep on selling. Do not. And this coronavirus, what is this coronavirus? This is piteous. You see, it is just a matter of surviving. You see, a lockdown happened, such a severe one. You see, whenever this coronavirus is a virus, we need to be ahead. When you play a game now, then you have to strategies, attack and defense. You can't keep on attacking, then you will lose your wicket. If you keep defending, you will again lose your wicket. So attack and defense, this is like attack and defense. What was the defense? Defense was when we entered into a lockdown in March. We defended. We wanted to know what is this virus. We wanted to prepare ourselves with the PPE kits, with the sanitizers, with the mask, with all the equipment. We wanted to be ready. That was the defense. Now we are attacking. Now we are attacking. and very soon we are going to come out and it's going to be all right. But it will just require a little bit of patience. As they say na, I will say again in Hindi, a dialogue. माना कि ये सुनसान घड़ी सख्त बड़ी है, माना कि ये सुनसान घड़ी सख्त बड़ी है, बट मेरे लिए दिल फक्त एक घड़ी है. हिम्मत रखो, जीने के लिए अभी सारी उम्र पड़ी है. What does it mean? The माना कि ये सुनसान घड़ी. I understand this is a lonely road and it's going to be tough, but it's just a matter of time. We have the entire life to live. So do not ever give up hope. It is, we have to survive, we have to thrive. You see, people have told me that there are three things. This year is to survive, next year is to revive, and after that it is to thrive. Survive, revive, and then thrive. So this go Corona, go, go, go. This chat we keep on doing, and ultimately everything will go Corona, go. I keep on doing it with my students the whole day, whole night. Go Corona, go. And then I say in every line I say, उठा ले रे देवा उठा ले, उठा ले रे देवा उठा ले, कोरोना को उठा ले. And sometimes or the other it will be. So let's have it. Now she has said that I can go on. You see, I have 10 hours. Uh, I have 10 hours. I can speak for 10 hours, 10 minutes, 10 days. So now I think that some other day, if you call me or some other organization call me, then we shall have it. Now, if you want, I can ask the question. I can follow up with a few questions.
Thank you so much, sir. Uh, well, I'll give my feedback, or I don't know. I have to. What words or what should I say about this session? I leave up received few questions here, and one of the questions that one of the participants has asked, that how can you remain so positive? What kept you so positive despite all these challenges or difficult times?
I told you now, the easiest thing for me to do at that time was to go into a state of depression, which has become a fashion. I was pushed to the wall. I had nothing to do. So there was nothing to lose at all. I was already finished. No aim, no education, no degree, no vision, nothing. 1980s. Class 2 student. Imagine a kid in your home or acquaintance who is class 2. Imagine such a small kid. I had nothing to lose. I just wanted to settle down and to see the end of the day. I am telling you, I had no idea that positivity, but slowly but steadily, God opened one door after another. The new students came, I learned, I student there. I think there was no formula. Whoever says about the positivity thing and all this thing is, I don't think it is all that imaginable. Only stay strong in your heart. I'm telling you, you will be able to overcome the Himalayas also. Just stay strong.
Okay, one question that today there are a lot of organizations, charity limits. Okay, so have you not ever tried or for going for such thing? Having artificial limbs or something like that.
You see, in 1980s to 85s, we leave no stone unturned. My family went to every place. Even they went to big sadhus and tantrics and everyone so as to get it clear. But nothing happened. Nothing happened. And then I decided we have a family of six low. The entire money was being spent on me. We tried everything. There was no solution till date. 40 years. So technology advanced. Still date, no one has been able to realize what happened that. And as I said, I spent my I have very fond memories of that CMC, Vellore, Chennai, and I just love that greenery and all those things, and the mango orchards were there. Oh God, that was the time that I spent. But nothing happened. So we tried everything, and when we saw that nothing will happen, otherwise we would have done it long time back.
And sir, I want to know this personally, since your family is taking care of you, and they will be taking care of everything, the financial requirements and everything. So if you charge your students, not a huge amount, but at least something, then don't you think that you would be financially independent, and that would also
You see, this debate has been going on in my family, with my friends, with my students for many, many, many years. Earlier,
Hmm.
they used to pay me 100 rupees, 200 rupees as a token, student loan. I stopped, I don't want it. And that is why I stopped totally. You see, I just can't take it from them. You see, whatever I am, it is all because of my student. It might look dialogue, but students are my God. You have to believe it. Imagine 40 years on this bed. It's only they come in, and then people know about me. I have not put up all those things on Facebook. I haven't put up on Insta. They have done it for me. So whenever I feel like a talk taking money, I feel no, it can't be done. So my family is there. They are totally supportive. They say that no, you don't have to worry. You just teach them, and that is how it should be.
Thank you so much. And if you guys have any question for Mr. Rajiv, please feel free to ask him. He'll be there with us for another 5-10 minutes. Do we have anyone who would like to ask him? I have received one question here, though you have talked about all these online classes and everything. There are a lot of business, there are a lot of people who run business and they are, facing losses. So how is it possible for them to, overcome this phase? And what advice would you like to give it to them? Because there would be people like there is a solution that okay, since everything is going digital, you can go online and do something online. But there would be people who cannot. So what are the
Even
options?
you see, even if we whole people, everyone is going online, but that doesn't mean the business will flourish. You see, this is the first time ever that the calamity of such nature has occurred or has happened. Not only a particular place of the earth, but the entire planet. The entire planet is engulfed in it. So this is very problematic. Online digital is the very important thing, I know, but it is just survival. You need to survive. Think about opportunities. Lo behold, but keep on thinking what you can do, what you can't do. I'm telling you, it's not going to be easy because everyone is thinking, and everyone is going digital. At the end of the day, that will also become saturated. How much entertainment, how much e-classes you will do, how much products you will sell. You have to earn also. No? People have to earn. The, the one of the most few of the most income generating sectors like tourism, like hospitality, like hotels. These are all gone. They're not doing, but it can get it. How do you get promote Shetty sir? How do we get into knowledge capsules? You see, I run a knowledge capsules Instagram. I will ask madam to give my Instagram link in the chat. You can go to my YouTube channel. I am telling you, I have made videos on in the YouTube channel. With all the humility, modesty, I say, you will never find any content like what I have given over there. With all due modesty and humility, I say, if I am saying so, it must be something. I have made videos upon geo, coronavirus. Coronavirus, we have done a PhD. But if you still go on my YouTube channel and watch the coronavirus videos, I am telling you, you will be surprised. I made videos on small Venezuela. I teach students, you know, black money, white money, you know, helicopter money. Go and shock the interviewer what is helicopter money. You know, U-shape recovery, V-shape recovery, W-shape recovery, K-shape recovery. What is the recovery? People have watched Money Heists. Everyone must have watched Money Heist. I tell Money Heist was connected to the most important financial crisis in the world has faced the last 20 years. People say, how is it possible? I prove it to them. I will be doing Insta Live on it. So you people watch it. You follow my Instagram knowledge capsules, Instagram knowledge capsules page. You will be able to find anything. I tell them Venezuela, 1 crore% inflation, 1 crore%. This pen, 1 rupee pen, next year costing 1 crore. How is it possible? Whereas it has the highest oil reserve, even more than Saudi Arabia. So say highest oil reserve must be highest, healthy rich. They're the poorest country in the world. That is I have shocked them. What is the solution for pollution? Is it WWS? Wind, water, solar? No, it is not wind, water, solar. It is nuclear. So say nuclear? That's what I say. I shock them with X element. मैं बोलता हूँ हिंदी में पहले इस्तेमाल करो फिर विश्वास करो. First watch my Instagram post and YouTube videos. If you know Hindi, then only you Vishwas is. Otherwise, you don't do it. But that is what I say. Knowledge is supreme. Mr. Pramod sir, you can connect me over there. You will find everything over there. And share market, so you
Sure, sir.
see,
Thank you, sir.
I do whole day share market. That is the only thing I do. So obviously, I tell students, करोगे बेटा पाठ का घर करोगे ना घाट का. That means don't do share market. You will lose your shirt and everything in the overnight. You never know the crashes which happen. But I whole day play because old science say old habits die hard. That's why I showed you 5 TVs installed. Bloomberg, CNN, views, and this and that's going on. I play with that. That is the only thing. Mr. A, I am very active trade marketer, but I don't want to tell anything about share market because it's a very dangerous game. If it was so easy, people say, "Oh, sir, share market में बहुत कमाते हैं." That is why sir is not taking money. I said, if it was so simple, everyone will just come in the 9 o'clock in the morning, sit in front of the computer, punch some trade, and 3:30 is over. Ah, okay, काम खत्म. Why would people be running all around the world to worry? It's not that easy. All that glitter is not gold. How often you have heard that scroll? Many of men have lost their soul to behold. So don't go for that easy trap. Nothing is easy in this world. As I said, but as I said, keep on trying, keep on trying. असफलता एक चुनौती है, इसे स्वीकार करो. क्या कमी रह गई? देखो और सुधार करो. जब तक ना सफल हो, नींद चैन को त्यागो तुम. संघर्ष का मैदान छोड़कर मत भागो तुम. कुछ किए बिना ही जय जयकार नहीं होती. कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. In simple what it means, keep on trying, keep on trying. It until as you do something exceptional, nothing will fructify. That is why I said I give her a TED talk which she has shared. In that I said, when you're not meant to, when you're not able to do the ordinary things, maybe you are meant to do the extraordinary. That is how it is. So it is. That's the way it is.
And sir, other than this, what are your hobbies and how do you keep up with your hobbies?
You see, there is a wordplay in my life. My students have said there's a movie called Devdas in Hindi, Devdas movie Shah Rukh Khan, and there was a Chunni Babu, Jackie Shroff, who used to wordplay. च से चुन्नी होता है, च से चाय होता है, च से चंद्रमुखी होता है, च से चमत्कार होता है, something like that. In that same way, my life is स से सर होते हैं, स से सुबह होता है, स से शाम होता है, स से शेयर्स होता है, स से स्टूडेंट होता है, स से सोशल मीडिया होता है. That means in simple language, s is everything. S से shares, student, S means shares, student, social media, students, subah, sham, morning, evening. That is the only hobby I do. Read newspapers, play share market, and teach. That is the holy day. Yes, Mr. A, in this pandemic, do you miss your students as online class are not that attractive? I know that is one regret. But as they say, human beings are the best to adapt and they can adapt very well. So it is just a matter of time whether we will also be able to adapt. It is just a matter of time. Human beings, out of all the living creatures, human beings have been able to go on the top of this planet Earth only because of their adaptability. And we can do that too. You see, I will not end. I can speak off for 10 hours on the spot. You people will get tired. So call me some other day. We will have another Basti session with lot more jokes, lot more shairis, lot more poems, and what not you can discuss. Anything and everything under the sun.
Well,
I got stories covered from Great Depression, money heist, this, that, and everything. So you can keep on saying that.
and can you please share some of your favorite books? One person wants to know.
Books, I think that Gone with the Wind is the ultimate. I think no book, because when I used to read those books, now I used to be transported to that era. I used to get inside that book and I used to feel that I am surrounded in that era, 1800, 1900s. Gone with the Wind, and you name it. Shakespeare's and Charles Dickens, A Tale of Two Cities. Oh, Oliver Twist. Oliver begs for more. I thought I was going and asking for more bowl of rice, and that was amazing. So it just so happens. It is
Yeah.
just so happens. That is it. Thank you,
And how,
Madam Sunita. Jinda Dil session.
okay, and one person, how do you schedule your day, the entire day? How do you do that? Like you have a timetable or you
You
follow
see,
something?
I go to sleep at 1 o'clock Indian Standard Time. Everyone says 1 o'clock. Is it too late? I said I've got so many girlfriends. It's good to be bachelor, yeah. So I can enjoy a lot. So I read and newspaper. The last thing which I do is to see CNBC. The first thing I do is to watch CNBC. Eyes just opening and the eyes open the ticker and see. I wake up at around 7 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, I have to sit ekdam ready in front of the share market screen. Then 3:30, 2, 3, 4 lines all connected to the share broking goes. Not a single moment it is cut whole time. And after 3:30, students come and that is the procedure. 10 years, 20 years ago, I used to teach from 10 o'clock in the afternoon, morning. I used to teach. That was a different era, and it goes on. It never ends.
Thank
Nothing to
you.
do. The same thing I say is there.
Thank you so much, sir, for, as Sunita ji said, that session, a session that was full of life, full of life. And yes, you said it correct, because maybe it has become a trend now, people going into depression, and they need to understand that there is always a silver lining in the dark cloud, and they have to look for positive opportunities everywhere. So
Oh,
thank you so much for this session, Rajiv ji. And yes, we will be in touch. We have to be, right? And
absolutely. Absolutely ready to come and to give any session, any quizzes, anything. Where, as I said in that trailer of mine, when students go low, I go low. When students go high, so do I. Because you all are the wind beneath my wings.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, each one of you who took time from your busy schedule and attended this session. We are live on YouTube also. And thank you so much for coming, sir. Thank you so much. And
Okay.
to my dear listeners, we will be back again next Friday with our new guest speaker and a new topic. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye.